Hello, welcome to Gentle Yoga and Meditation. This is a comeback yoga class. Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit. We offer yoga and meditation classes to people who are serving in the military or who have served in the military and to their friends and families. We're available on YouTube. We have live streams. We're on PBS. We have in-person classes. And our in-person classes are all across Colorado. So if you are interested in finding more about those, you can go to our website, comebackyoga.org, find out more about those and see if there's more ways for you to join the community and take advantage of the resources available to you. I hope you'll do that. You can talk to our wonderful staff. They're so happy to help you if you need help. Well, let's get started with our practice. This is gentle yoga and meditation, and we practice for about 45 minutes. And we have a focus right now in all of our comeback yoga classes, and it's the breath, your breath. Breath is a very powerful tool. It is a big part of yoga practice. Becoming aware of your breath and then using your breath as a tool to help regulate your nervous system is it's a really integral way to practice yoga. So let's get started with that. You can give yourself a comfortable seat, as comfortable as possible. You have a companion who likes it when you get down onto the floor, like I do, like my cat. You can just let them help you too. Just get a little more regulated and easeful. Fall into a pattern and a rhythm and notice your breathing, your inhales and your exhales. And the transitions from your inhales to your exhales and from your exhales to your inhales. And then lots of techniques. Those 4 parts of your breath are really important, and those are the ones that you pay attention to and sometimes kind of work with a little bit. So we're noticing those 4 parts, your inhales, your exhales, and the transitions between your inhales and your exhales, between your exhales and your inhales. So keep breathing, keep noticing. As you settle into your patterns, your rhythm, your pace of your breath, observing those 4 different parts of your breath. And start to notice things about yourself. Notice how your body feels. If there are any parts of your body that you want to pay particular attention to today for whatever reason, maybe you want to get stronger, more flexible. Maybe you have a part of your body that you want to take extra special care of. And then notice your internal self. Notice your energy levels. Do you feel really energetic today? You want to give yourself a little extra challenge? Or maybe you're noticing that you want to take a little more care. Maybe you're feeling tired. However you feel, you're acknowledging those things. And you're observing your thoughts and what your thoughts are like. Just taking a full inventory of all the things you've got to work with for your practice today. And let those things inform your practice as we start to move around. We'll put hands on the tops of our knees and around your back. You can bring your head forward. So then lift your rib cage, lift your gaze, drop your shoulders, round your back, head forward, and lift your chest, lift your gaze, drop your shoulders. One more time. Round your back. This time, do a big intentional exhale and a big intentional inhale as you lift up and look up. Intentional exhale as you round. Notice the transition from exhale to inhale at the end of your exhale. And inhale and lift your chest, look up. Notice the transition from inhale to exhale as you come back to neutral sitting. And let's stick our legs out in front of us. And you might notice as soon as you stick your legs out in front of you, any parts of your body that might be a little bit tight or a little bit tense, you're noticing those parts. Typical parts that you might feel are your thighs, backs and fronts, your calves, your big muscles. A lot of us have issues with our backs. It's really common to have an issue with your back, shoulders, all the typical things that maybe get a little bit tight, a little bit stiff, or perhaps we're working with injuries or sensations. So you're just observing those things as you give yourself this particular kind of seat. And then stick one leg long, take your other leg into your hands and pull your thigh towards your torso. You can turn and look that direction. And then you're switching sides. Take one leg long, your other thigh comes in towards your torso and turn and look. I'll do that again. And take one leg out to the side with your knee bent. If your knee bent is not a good feeling, then you could also take a long leg out to the side, would also be totally fine. Either way, you're taking one leg out to the side, other leg, both hands on the top of your other leg. Stretching it out, lengthening, breathing. Let's go back to that. Inhale, intentional inhale, an intentional exhale. And one more intentional inhale, an intentional exhale. And we'll just switch legs. One knee's bent or stuck out to the side, and your other leg is long, both hands on the top of your extended leg, and you're doing intentional inhales and exhales. One more inhale and exhale. And we'll bring the soles of your feet together with your knees pointing out to the sides. We'll inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to tilt. Inhale to lift up, lengthen up. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift up, lengthen. Exhale to tilt. Inhale to lift up, lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift up, lengthen. And soften up. Let's try legs out in front of us again. We'll try to Experiment with keeping your chest lifted and your head in line with the rest of your body, and breathe. And gather up one leg, bring your thigh toward your torso, turn a little bit, and switch sides. Both legs long, a knee out to the side, and hands on the top of your extended leg. Breathe in and breathe out. One knee bent, other leg long, one stuck out to the side. Big soft inhale and exhale. Feet together, knees pointing out to the sides. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale to tilt. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale to round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tilt. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. And lift up. Let's go back to our beginning. Sitting as comfortably as possible. And notice those 4 parts of your breath once again. Your inhale, the transition, your exhale, and the transition. Imagine a shape like an oval where you've got 2 long sides of kind of a squished together circle, and your breath is traveling around the shape of the oval. You're inhaling up one long side of an oval. The transition kind of curves over in an unbroken line, and then your exhale travels down the other side of the oval, and your transition curves under and keeps unbroken line traveling up one side of the oval, curves over in the transition, and then your exhale travels down. Just following your breath in this oval shape, an unbroken line, continuous breath as you're inhaling and exhaling. You can trace the shape with your eyes, or you can make the shape with your hand. As you breathe, you're encouraging your breath to be smooth and steady, stretching out your inhales and your exhales, and encouraging those smooth transitions from your inhales to your exhales and from your exhales to your inhales. And we'll do one more oval breath. And gently let your head start to move in soft circles one direction and soft circles in another direction. I'm always really careful and gentle when I'm moving my head like this. All kinds of reasons for that for me, and there might be reasons for you. You can explore how this feels, how you want to move your head and your neck, and we'll turn heads one direction. And whichever way your head is turned, wrap your opposite arm either by your side or around behind you. And square forward and just switch sides. Turn your head to one direction and wrap your opposite arm behind you. And square forward. Take one arm up, overhead, reach way high. And bend your elbow and let your hand come to the top of your head, maybe the back of your head, maybe the back of your neck or the middle of your upper back. Take one finger from your other hand and gently touch your back of your upper arm or your elbow and just assist the stretch of your shoulder and release everything down. Move through your shoulders, take gentle movements with your head, turning your head to one side. This time, same side arm comes across and touches your opposite shoulder. And release, and your head turns to one side. Same side arm comes across the front of your chest and holds your opposite shoulder. And square forward. One arm comes up and overhead. Reach way high. Bend your elbow. Put your hand on the top of your head, back of your head, maybe middle of your back. And touch one finger. And point your elbow up towards the ceiling. Release your arm down. Roll through your shoulders. Let's take both arms and wrap one arm underneath the other. If you cross at your elbows or you cross at your forearms or you cross at the back of your hands, that's up to you and your body. Everybody's bodies are built differently, so not everybody's going to cross their arms at the same point. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your arms and swirl around and do the other side. And this side, you might cross at a different point because not everybody's shoulders are built the same, and sometimes we're not exactly symmetrical in how our bodies work from left to right. So you might notice that you do something different on one side than the other side. That's fine. Unwrapping your arms, hands on the tops of your legs, roll through your shoulders, move through your head very softly. Now let's turn, face down towards the floor, placing your palms down, walking your hands forward to the upper corners of your mat and leaning into upward facing dog. Upward facing dog requires a lot of judgment about how you're working with your body. So, for example, if your wrists don't feel good, having your hands flat on the floor, you can curl and make knuckles. If you are feeling a lot of sensation in your low back, you're squeezing your glutes a little, pulling up and in at your belly, almost tucking your tailbone to give yourself lots of strength in your core. If you're feeling it a lot in your shoulders and your neck, then you're deliberately softening that area, maybe keeping your head a little bit more in line, tucking your chin. And we'll pull ourselves out of upward facing dog and walk ourselves back into forward fold. You can take your time getting there, and you can get there any way you like. If you want to stand all the way up and then tilt forward, you can. Let's put our elbows on the tops of our legs, hands together. And then use your hands on the tops of your legs to help assist your stand all the way up to comfortable standing position. Roll through your shoulders. And let's look forward. Step in your right foot forward. Lift and lower your back heel a couple times. And we'll rock back and find the half splits, hinging at your hips and really straightening out your front leg. And switch sides. Step one foot forward. Lift and lower your back heel a bunch of times. Then rocking back. Sitting back, your front leg is straight, your back knee bends, hinging at your hips. And stepping forward, stepping together at the top of your mat, roll through your shoulders. Let's find a dancer pose, sticking one leg back. We're just going to do one and then the other, so you can just choose a leg to start with. Stick one leg back behind you. Maybe you're holding on to your leg, or maybe you give yourself a little bit of a break for a second as you stick one leg back behind you. Maybe you float your leg, other arm reaches forward. And we're just switching sides. So one leg comes back behind you. You can hold on to your foot, or you can have your leg back behind you, stretching it long, either way. And then we're stepping together, roll through your shoulders, hands on the fronts of your legs. Let's hinge into a half forward fold. Then move into a deeper forward fold, bending your knees more maybe, letting your head come forward. And bend your knees and roll up. Roll through your shoulders. Let's find our half splits again, stepping back. One heels forward, you're hinging. And lifting up, lifting and lowering your back heel a couple times. And simply switching. One foot back, hinging, stretching. And stepping forward, lifting and lowering your back heel. When we'll revisit our dancer pose. This time while you're practicing your dancer pose, see if you can add in that oval shape of your breath as you balance. And stepping together, we're just simply switching sides for dancer pose here. So one-legged balance. See if you can recall that oval shape of your breath. Stepping together, hinging into the half forward fold, and curling into a more full forward fold. Rolling up, roll through your shoulders. Let's face any direction, and we'll pick up one heel, turn your knee out to the side, and take your leg and cross it over your standing leg. So your ankle can be above or below your knee. Then we'll sit a little bit. This is a standing pigeon pose. And we'll add in our eagle arms, one arm underneath the other. However you wanted to do that, backs of your hands crossing at your forearms or crossing at your elbows. Give yourself maybe a couple of attempts to get into the pose and then see if you can find your oval breath. And we'll unwrap, both feet firm. Find your half forward fold, and then your more full forward fold. Rock back and roll up. And just switching sides, picking up one heel, turning your knee out to the side, and taking your leg and crossing heel either above or below your knee. And we'll try eagle arms and sit into this pose. Return to your oval breath. If your balance isn't quite there on one side, you can always put your foot down on the outside of your standing leg. Not a big deal. And then unwrap, both feet firm. Roll through your shoulders, move through your head. Let's walk out a little wider and find a wide-legged half forward fold, and then a more full forward fold. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and roll up. Roll through your shoulders, move through your head. And we'll step together at the back of the mat. Inhale to reach way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms out wide. Let's walk forward into a downward facing dog. Moving your head around, stretching out the backs of your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll let both knees come back down to the floor and fold over your legs into a child's pose. And then we'll lift, and I'll give you two different options here. For a pigeon, you can either face down, bring one knee forward, and then have your other leg long back behind you, and fold your body over your front leg. If this doesn't feel nice to you, then turn and face up. Lay on your back and cross one ankle over your opposite knee. This is varying degrees of pressure on your knee when you're facing down. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on your knee. This is more like letting gravity work on your hip and a lot more freedom for your knee. So if your knee is one of the places where you're noticing you want extra support, then please do the version where you're facing up. See if you can return to your oval breath shape. as you're in this contemplative, meditative, listening to your breath space. And taking your time coming out of your pigeon pose, whichever leg you were using for your crossed leg, come back into either table and sticking one leg back behind you, or downward facing dog. Sticking the leg that was your crossed leg, stick it back behind you. And we'll switch sides. Either face down. You don't have to do the same thing on this side that you did on the other side. Either face down or face up with one leg crossed, one knee bent. You're inviting stretch into your hip, and you're focusing on your oval breath shape. And we're lifting up, coming out of pigeon. And if you can either have the hands and knees, sticking your leg that was crossed behind you, or hands on one foot, sticking one leg back behind you. Both feet down. Let's find our original sitting position. Bring one hand inside the other, thumbs touching, upright posture. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you weren't returning to your oval breath before, then return to your oval breath shape. Maybe you've decided that you like to make the oval travel, the circle of your breath, the oval of your breath travel in the other direction. Or maybe oval isn't really working for you. Maybe you have a different shape that you're working with that you've discovered your breath is more like. And follow the shape of your breath. You can have your eyes open or closed for this part, doesn't matter. And I am sitting up. You could lie down. You could be in any position. Maybe you want to sit in a chair, or maybe you want to stick your legs up the wall. Would be fine. Just follow the true shape of your breath and invite your awareness and your focus to be just on the true shape of your breath, finding it and then acknowledging it and then observing it. You can gradually let that practice fade a little bit and just observe your body, maybe noticing those parts of your body that you noticed earlier that you wanted to take special care of or encourage or challenge. Notice your internal self, your energy levels, how you feel. Notice what your thoughts are like. Observe the effects of practicing like this. And we'll take one hand to your heart, other hand over that hand. Feel your heart beating and your breath breathing. And we'll stick both legs out in front of us. Just reminding ourselves stretching. Bend one knee, other leg is long out in front of you. Stretch that out. Soles of your feet together, hinge forward. Both legs out in front of you. And bend one knee. Stretch out over your long leg. Soles of your feet together. Hinging forward. And one last time, both legs long out in front of you. And back to original sitting position. Big soft inhale breath through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And rub your hands together. And finish your practice how you like. You can continue on to another part of your practice if you have a thing that you like to do, or if you'd like to do more meditation, or you can be done. Thank you for practicing with me and with Comeback Yoga. I hope that you will return soon. And if you need anything, please do go to our website and contact our staff. They're so happy to help you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.